Alright. Asian Warrior, let's see if this is a mirror match. Not keeping any of you. We want the War Axe. We got the War Axe. Malcrook's not awesome, but hopefully we can draw into some other things here. So Armorsmith's okay. Guess the question becomes, what kind of warrior is it? Alright, as a control, we're going to go face and I'd rather have a 3-drop here. I don't count Ravaging Ghoul as a 3-drop, especially with an execute. But this is the Control Warrior's opener, or the I completely missed my drops warrior. Gotta pressure. We can afford to be aggressive with our weapons. Gonna be interesting to see what he starts off with. So, Fiery War Axe. Either he's been looking for the War Axe the whole time, or he's just getting started. Coin, and what's your 3-drop?
Let the pain speak
Alright.
to me.
We can play this game for sure. Just wish I had something else to go other than the Armorsmith or armoring up myself. So this is where it's going to go down again to. I really want to put early pressure, and so far I'm not being afforded that opportunity. Question is this regular Control Warrior, Cthulhu Warrior, some other brand or variety of warrior?
That belongs in a museum.
So we know it's a control variant. This is literally my only play, and this makes me sad.
Let the pain speak to me.
Alright, Blood to Ichor's okay. There are better execute targets than that. At least we got an extra card draw. Like I said, right now he's holding a lot of stuff, so it's a question of what kind of control warrior it is.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament. I guess he technically doesn't know what kind of warrior I am either. Alright. That plays into what I want to do, okay? So we got some action now. We're gonna go for the board clear here, see if we can get a 2-attack weapon. That's a 2-attack weapon. And he's already used his Harrison, so unless he's teched in Ooze and Harrison, he missed the big prize. Alright. So there's Gorehouse, so he's gonna do some damage to himself. Alright, Grom is good. We can actually finish this very soon. So we're just going to stay aggressive here. I am not going to open myself up to execute. Question is, does he brawl this board? I guess not. Alright, so Shield Slam. Okay, Bloodhook Brave of my own is fine. I gotta save Grom for burst at the end, so we may be varying next turn.
I haven't asked.
See what else we get here. Like, it's not like our window's closed. I would have had more of a question of what do I play. had he not played a taunt there, because I could get his health super low. But the risk is always that he's going to be able to execute Grom the moment I play him. Hello, Baron. Alright. So I have two lines of play here. One is developing Varian, which will probably bait out a Brawl. I don't mind this doing damage to him. Let's see.
Behold the armies of
The other alternative is to put Grom out there, but I don't have a lot of other ways to make this work. Whirlwind. Execute. Oh, I whiffed! I whiffed hard. Alright.
Astonishing. Astonishing.
Alright, well.
Astonishing.
What can you do at this point, right? So he's probably going to get too far ahead for me to do anything. Alright. Okay. Now we got some action here, so let's slam. We gotta get some pressure on the board, so I'm guessing it's probably better if we Armor Smith execute. So he's probably just playing standard control.
For the war chief.
Armor made to fit.
Alright, so that armor's down. And he knows what his threshold is, what his breakpoints are. Drawing absolutely nothing from Varian didn't help, but the question's still going to be, have I just Gormashed earlier or not? So there's Bash for even more armor. Let's slam here. Blood is fine. Don't think the Whirlwind is ever going to be relevant here. Three health versus 2 health. It makes a difference if he's playing Revenge. Or maybe it doesn't make a difference. I feel like keeping my blood's going to be better for a few things. He's got a ton of cards. And he's got a lot of ways that he can armor up too. And I'm pretty much drawing creatures from here on out.
Do you have the artifact?
So you know he's going to tank up here.
I have an
Oh, that's worse. That is infinitely worse. So I guess the other question is, do I actually want to Blood to Ichor here? If I do, it'll be on Elise. We don't want to buff him up any more than we already have. Of course you go face. I guess that's not awful. It's like I had tempo, he has control. It's a pretty close matchup regardless. Like, if I had gotten anything from that Varian, he probably still would have been able to clear it. But it makes a funnier story when Varian pulls absolutely nothing when there's that much of a pool of monsters to go from.
I wonder.
Okay, slam execute is fine. Probably has the other one.
Let the pain speak to me.
Ugh.
Well played.
The blade be thirsty.
Actually, just misplayed there. I meant to play Grom and possibly hope for the best, but we were losing that one anyway. He just got the answers he needed in time. So straight up control. All right. I was wondering where the control warriors went. There they are. That's the right game plan. You got to pressure. Thing was, I guess the question's always, should have I played Grom first? I never had that window. Well, I had a few windows to get him down on damage. And maybe I should have taken that and hoped for the Rag and Pray at the end. So here's another warrior. And I said, warriors I wasn't doing as well against recently, so we'll see. Ditch all these, hope for the Axe. None of those are an Axe. This is Control Warriors favored for the Control Tempo Warrior. Obviously is a 50-50. It's all better than Hunter. But I want my Zulocks again. Okay, that's not good. Something on the board. Like, that's another game where it's like, look back and see if Varian just completely whiffing did me in or not. It certainly didn't help. That's for sure. And I could have used a weapon charge on Baron Geddon and save that execute for later. And that could have saved me. Alright. So he gets initiative there. I don't have to get Battle Rage at all right now. I'd rather be reactive with the Korkron. This will definitely draw the other weapon charge. I could have Whirlwinded, but maybe I should have Whirlwinded. Since I have the Ravaging Ghoul. Okay, so we're playing Cthulhu Warrior. Which means it's a good thing I saved the Whirlwind for this. See, it works out sometimes. So with all these Control Warriors here, we're really just going to have to be mindful of, once again, pressure. We got to be very aggressive here. At least I can Battle Rage things now. Which may not be a terrible idea. I've also debated flipping over to Control Warrior. I got two lines of play here. I could just leave this up and drop the Brave. Doesn't give me a very good Battle Rage. Could drop Ravaging Ghoul, but that doesn't really help me very much. I could Korkron, clear this, keep this here, armor up. I kind of enjoy the idea of clearing. And maybe that's a mistake, maybe that's not as much of a threat, maybe I'm not putting enough pressure on the board. But we do have Malkruk next turn. Where'd all my Shaman and Zoo go? It's like I take one break and all the warriors come out.
Are you my master?
Alright, so now he's going to be able to do good things. Which, the way all these Cthulhu Warrior decks is exactly like I said at the very beginning. You want to be able to build your deck in a way that, okay, do I go for the Battle Rage here, or do I go for the Malkruk? Malkruk's going to contest Twin Emperor better, but a lot of these Cthulhu decks are now smartly built to not throw everything under the sun, but enough to get you 10-10 by turn 7. I mean, here's the alternatives, is that I can drop a taunt. I do have an execute. I can potentially make this work. It takes this whole turn to throw up the double taunts. This isn't necessarily a high upside. Let's card draw now.
I have an axe to grind.
Malkruk might have used my
Welcome to the
stuff a little
grand
better, so yeah,
tournament.
straight up control. He got his Justicar early, he got his Elise early, so that's going to help him out. Interesting choice. Okay, well, we're definitely not Malkruking yet, not when we're getting this on the platter. And now we're just going to go on the face plan as much as we can. He still has Harrison lurking, probably. A lot of Cthulhu Warriors fit in Harrison. There's the Shield Bearer, so he got all of his stuff early. Alright. I guess the smartest way to do this is to cash this in. So let's do it like that.
Start running.
Get some bodies on the board. Hope we don't get Harrison, but we have Malkruk if he does. Plus he uses a lot of time. He's probably waiting for like the big Bran Twin Emperor play. But that's a lot of cards to have in your deck. Or like in your hand. To have all those up front. Okay, so second Shield Slam. Interesting choice for the Shield Slam, but I can see why. Really hope I don't have to overwrite one charge of Fiery War Axe here, but if it comes down to it, I'm totally gonna. Ugh.
For honor.
This tells him I have kind of a garbage hand. And now that's a much juicier Harrison target, if he draws Harrison. Like, the last thing I want to do is just...
That belongs in a museum.
top deck Harrison Jones. That's worse. Well... that's how it goes sometimes, and slam and execute. Yeah, I am way too far behind now. Like, my avenue back into this game is pretty much non-existent.
For honor. The earth are upon us.
But yeah, top deck Harrison Jones. But the alternative is just once again with my hand. What am I gonna do there? So he had one piece of that in his hand. Harrison let him draw into the other. So this is what I'm going to do. We have YOLO Varian for next turn. He probably has Cthulhu in hand already too. He's gone through enough of his deck where that's very likely. Guess we're more likely to win if we execute Bran instead of one of these guys. But we're going to do this anyway. I mean, if he has Cthulhu, we just die regardless. So my Control Warrior plan is to try and put out threats, put out threats, put out threats.
What now?
And both times today, I've gotten a kind of slow start. So maybe if there's like a 3-drop or minion that I can get, I need to keep that in the mulligan. I don't know what he's mathing at this point. I'm toast. Such toast.
Is close.
Are you my master?
Alright, it's varying time. Ready? Pull 3 spells. Oh, you fucker. I can tell what the spells are that he pulls because of the deck tracker. So look at that. Alright. I'm going to restart the computer, try and stabilize the stream, also use that as kind of a chance to take a break and hopefully sort of reset things again. We're higher than we were previously, which is good. Sad part is we're back down to rank 5. So this is the 50-50 that I've been talking about before. According to Hearthstone Deck Tracker, I'm winning 64% of games right now. So I'm climbing steadily. I should have 1 or 2 more wins if I cleaned up my play. So I'm not doing terrible. But it's worth my time to take just a touch of a break. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to reboot the computer. So it seems like it's running a little hot. So we'll be back in just a little bit.